Welcome to our new park build. This is going to be another Jurassic difficulty sandbox. We're going to be building a continent-themed park. So the layout for the park is basically going to be a map of the globe, right? Where each enclosure is designed to emulate the appropriate continent, which is stocked with creatures appropriate to that continent as well. We're going to do Jurassic World buildings for this map. I have another series planned after this one that'll use Jurassic Park, so that'll give us all three building sets, one after another. We're going to do Dinosaur Protection Group workers for fun. I don't know. This doesn't change anything mechanically, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's going to be... It's pretty irrelevant, but there's not even really any point about addressing this, I don't think. Default weather, normal terrain, not doing any sandbox stuff. I've done high disease, normal escapes because high escapes was really weird before. Everything else is pretty standard. Harder sabotage risk difficulty. Cash we're going with low. Appeal Jurassic, guest Jurassic, income Jurassic, contracts on, narrative on, etc., etc. Yeah, normal task time. So that's what we're looking at. We're doing Oregon for the map. It's a pretty round one, and I want something with some snow for this park build. I think an Alpine map gives us a good setup there. Okay. Oh, I wonder if narrative events, if that's the little voiceover stuff you get, because it might be good to actually remove those in the future to not have all those voiceovers. Yeah, so this is the layout we're starting with here. So I'm thinking we'll use as a basis as like a map projection that's ovular, like a Mollweide projection, I think is what you call that. So yeah. And what we're going to start with, well, we can't see till we build this stuff, but we do get Muddabura, right? No, Muddabura's actually locked behind a tier in here. Okay, so that was my original plan, was Mudda to start with, which is not available in Sandbox as a default starting species. So we're gonna reevaluate that a little bit. Okay, well, I'm already off my original script plan here, so I'm going to pause for a second and reevaluate the starting species. Okay, I think I've sorted out what we need to do for early species. We're going to do Struthy. We're going to keep it, actually, and make that part of the North American exhibit. I'm switching over from my original plan here, since we can't get Mudda right away. So Struthy and a Cretaceous North American exhibit is the plan. And then we'll get Mudda soon as well, but not right away. I think what we'll probably do, it's going to be a little awkward initially because we're going to have this Struthiomimus in the park, but we're not going to build near North America. Because the initial park build area is going to be centered around Australia and Asia until we get like monorails probably. So I think in the short term, we're going to make do. And temporarily just have these Struthies like in Australia or something. We'll probably not necessarily even commit straight away to keeping Struthies in the park. Like we'll get an initial batch out to get the park open, and so that we can work on Muttaburrasaurus, and then we'll get Muttaburrasaurus into the Australia exhibit, which will be in this corner, and then we'll go ahead and clear out the Struthies probably, since they'll be lower genome quality, they won't actually live that long anyway. And we'll bring the Struthies back in when we actually get over to North America, over here somewhere. At least that's the thought. So I think we got like North America, South America, Antarctica, Australia, Asia, Africa, and then Europe, like that. So we start building in the Indian Ocean as our first like hub area, basically. And I think we could put a fairly small Australia exhibit right in here. So I think we'll start the park area kind of like right in here. This looks pretty nicely flat too. So why don't we just kind of pick somewhere? Oh, I should get this. Yeah, let's get this snapped on a grid actually and evaluate it that way too. Yeah, so if we use this little corner as the Australia exhibit, if we say target it out about to here, and this isn't going to be a perfect rendition of the globe in terms of the park layout, we're just gonna, do the best we can, basically. And part of that is going to be because we're going to have a lagoon and we're going to have an aviary in this park build, which is going to really limit how much we can make those sections look like they're continents, right? The best we might be able to do in terms of an aviary and a lagoon is just get the positioning in the park right. And beyond that, we might not be able to actually do that much. It might prove too difficult. So, let's see. I'm thinking about how... It's just Muddabura and Minmai for Australia. So that should be, like, basically just in the wooded area. So we can probably just go ahead and get one of you down. We want to make sure we get good visibility on like an exhibit too, though. So I think we'll just drop this here. Something like that. That link up over here. Now, I don't usually make exhibits that are supposed to look like something in particular. So why don't we go ahead, if we put a little fence section here, there's like the flat, western side of Australia, right? So if we're going to like target that like this, something a bit like that. It's a little long, probably. This would stretch up here. You'd have the double kind of inlet area here, then it would come back down. And then up like that. I think that works. So that would go in there somewhere. We can do a viewing gallery, which we'll just stick right in here. Probably want to skew that up this way for optimal coverage. Make sure we aren't blocked, by this, though. We'll just link that up something like that. And then we need our facilities. We're going to go ahead, I think, and skew those over this way. Although we should try and get this all on one generator, probably. Which shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, right about like that, maybe. So that goes there. We need a control center. It's not quite the ideal shape, huh? You're perfectly square, and you do have an angle. That might be pretty cool. Yeah, the way that wraps around the arrival point, I think I like that. So we'll start with you. Although maybe premature to get the expedition center in there, but we're just gonna assume it'll be fine, and that we can just build everything, and it'll just be just fine. Everything will work out. No reason to be even remotely concerned about park finances, right? Right? Probably. How are we doing in terms of this power? Yeah, so we can get you over here. Right, like that. And then that gets us, plenty of space still for a long stretched out Antarctica exhibit. Down here at the bottom of the globe. Alright, so that'll all build. I'm going to pause while I draw out the Australia exhibit. Alright, I've given my best shot at making an Australia. This is it. It's maybe a little bit narrow But we can't, like, rebuild all this right now. So it's going to work for now. We can always expand it out, thicken it out a little bit. Probably this section should come out a little bit further. But it's not that bad for a crude approximation of Australia. It takes up about as much of the map as I think it oughta. Oh, I hate that I can't, like, zoom out on this map properly. Maybe, yeah, it's a little bit big. But I think that's fine. Because, I mean, this isn't perfectly map size and everything. If we imagine the equator is, like, right here, it's a little bit far north, but we're doing the best we can on the map we're given, right? I think it's good enough. This stuff all has to get built now. We got to get some Struthies out here temporarily to start the park properly. We need 7 Struthies in order to research Mutabura, which is the big thing we're going to be pushing for. "17 minutes until that's empty. Let's shutter you. Shutter you. Oh, we start with no genetic material in Sandbox. Okay, so yeah, we actually have to go dig up the Struthi. No power required for you. Let's make sure you're shut down. So we need a single logistics point for Struth. Okay, so 5 genetics. Very expensive. What I would really like to do in a park build sometime, which I think would be a lot of fun, is try out a specialist scientist only build, where you get a bunch of specialists. Because there's the upgrade that increases the specialists' quality. We got a logistics specialist here too, though. If we pull in the logistics specialist and the genetics specialist, we'd have 5 genetics, 3 welfare, and 5 logistics combined, 6 genetics combined, and 3 welfare combined. That's not a bad starting pool. We might be able to stall out for a better welfare person, too. Should we do that? I mean, why not, right? She's also not expensive. This logistics specialist, pretty good cost. Oh, there's 2 genetic specialists. Wait, what? Did I just miss the one? Or did it spawn? Shouldn't update. We're paused. I must have... Oh, they have the same skills. So yeah, I just kind of glazed past them. So the difference here is this guy's got higher caps on logistics and welfare, but he costs 4,000 additional dollars a minute. But he starts with the exact same skill spread. So yeah, we want her. That's a pretty significant difference in cost at this stage of the game, in my opinion. We'll grab you right away. I don't want to, since we're going to do the specialist thing and try that out, I don't want to let her disappear. Also, her name's Marsh, and that's a fantastic paleontology reference. If we can get a fucking cope to go with our Marsh, that'd be so good. There isn't a cope sitting in here, is there? Oh, now we got that guy that showed up. Alright, well, anyway, yeah, that should be enough to start with. Hopefully. So, Struthiomimus, 2 dig sites, 120 and 40k. We'll take the cheap one. Get out there. We'll leave the Science Center shuttered until the fossils get back. Yeah, 56 minutes on the backup generator here. We're bleeding out 3K a minute only. Feels pretty good. I don't think there's anything else we'd want to do in the meantime. So I think we're just going to cut till these fossils are back and sit here. First batch is in now. Science Center is activated. Nice that we can sell these now automatically. That is a pitiful haul. 65% though is enough. So let's just go ahead and do that. I don't think we do another dig right now. Because we just want the Struthies to get Mutta unlocked. To get the permanent species started for Australia. We could also start working on like Wurosaurus for our Asia exhibit. But I'd like to get the park profitable before we build a second exhibit. 0.5 stars for Noto, and then I think we can... It seems to me, like, if I believe these unlock requirements, yeah, we can go straight to Minmai, too. As soon as we hit 0.5. So if we get to 0.5 from Mutta, maybe we keep the Struthies around to slightly cheese it to 0.5. And then we get the Minmai, and then we can build the Asian exhibit after that. I think that's pretty good. Should we do power research right now? Probably. We need both. So no, we don't do power research right now. Yeah, there's not much else we can do. Yeah, so I think we're just waiting on fossils. Okay. Yeah, I think doing any research would probably be premature. So let's make sure we shut you down. And then as soon as the fossils are in, we also shut down the Science Center. Just to draw out the power on this backup generator as long as possible. Wait, a storm? Why? I've never seen a storm happen before there's a dinosaur in the park. That's bad. Because we might have to bring in a ranger team for, like, repairs. If anything's damaged here. I mean, we probably can swing it with the money we have. I guess we'll see what happens. It's really funny that, so if the only thing that's damaged is the fence... No, the gallery's busted too. I was going to say if the only thing that was damaged was the fence, we could just rebuild the fence. But at the point where the gallery's broken, we do actually need to fix this all up. Okay, well, shit. So let's get this in here. Let's get you activated ASAP. Synthesize. We're just gonna... Well, what do we have for skins? Yukon Rana. We start with Mangrove? That's pretty cool. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do skins that are themed to the continent, too. Because these are all, like, locations. So we could do the Yukon. Where's the Limpopo River? Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do set skins that are themed Africa. That are themed to the actual continent that they're from. Where's Salar del Hosco? Protected site in Chile. It's a salt flat. Okay, so we got Death Valley, or we can go Yukon. I think I like the Yukon more than Death Valley here. So we'll go Yukon, and then pattern color, we're going to just randomize. So that's the plan. We're going to do skin color set by continent, and then pattern color randomized, and that's the theming for skins in this run. 1 genetics. Yeah, excess skill will speed this up, which is fine. So we'll do that. We're going to need this ranger team. So we might as well build that immediately. The response facility. I think we'll just... Well, okay. So Asian exhibit will go up here. So we'll need pathing and like shops and stuff up this way. So we should put the response facility like down this way. Apparently we can just squeeze it in right there. If that's true, that's not bad. Let's make sure it's not going to be an issue with the pathing. Yeah. I'm perfectly happy to squeeze it right in there. Nice, perfect spot for it. Great. Also, I'm going to do that pointlessly so, because it looks weird having these completely separate. Viable eggs is 6. We need 7. One point of welfare. We'll use you. Then we'll go ahead and synthesize a second batch as well. Okay, storm is over. 5 viable eggs. These are all just skittish. Sounds good to me. You can do this. And the race is on. Which one will finish first? Okay, you get deactivated immediately. What should we use for vehicle skins? Vehicles. DPG. DPG would match the employees we're using. Sure, DPG skin. And DPG skin, I guess. Wish there was a JP helicopter skin. I mean, the Lost World one's okay. Alright. Bunch of stuff that's broken. We're only going to fix the stuff that's fully broken. Because money. I can't believe they hit us with a frickin' storm. How rude. How incredibly rude. Ah! My car! No! Who taught me to drive? Oh god, now I gotta maneuver around here. Ah! Okay. Okay, that's all good to go. Release Struthiomimus. More Struthiomimus. Activate. All that's shuttered. Park is technically open. Great. Okay, so Struthies are coming out. We need to immediately go and do power research. I think. Now that's going to put her at the point where she needs to rest. Do we need to do staff center research first, or do we start with staff centers? I don't even remember. No. Staff center is only 3 logistics, though. So we can do power, then staff center. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Hey, my name is Isaac Clement, and it's great to...
Alright. Missing forest. You're a liar. Missing ground leaf. That's true. You may in fact be missing water because it's under the tree.
Finally meet you. I hope you're ready, because the dinosaurs...
We'll just fill the front of the exhibit here basically with the leaf.
Can't wait to meet you too. Look at an ostrich or emu, then look at this latest dinosaur.
Right. There's a whole pile of Struthies now. How many was that total? 11. Okay. Well, that gets our research prerequisites done. Logo dinosaur PL 154. Are we bringing in any money yet? We are bringing in... Yeah. We're actually profitable already. That's really good.
Struthiomimus. And tell me you don't see...
Let's get some basic amenities started.
The connection. This is one of the more bird-like dinosaurs.
Well, not actual amenities.
It literally has a beak instead of teeth. It's an herbivore that prefers to move in herds. Overall, a fantastic addition to the park.
Okay. "12 minutes on the backup generator. This does not need to be on anymore. Deactivate you. Got a bunch of research completed now. Great. Small carnivores. There's the power. Let's get that in. One small power station. Let's do one of these. Actually, how much space do I have towards Antarctica? If the Antarctic area is going to be... Well, the Antarctic area might skew more over this way. I mean, Antarctica on a Mollweide production is super stretched out. We probably won't go crazy on the stretching. I think either way we could stick a power generator right next to the control center, which I think is what we'll do here. I think that's a good spot for at least this first small generator. Oh, that's just super obstructed. Okay, well, let's do not that. Let's instead swing this over here. Looks to me like we can't actually fit through there either. Awesome! None of my plans work out. At least these are cheap. Okay, well, let's just go all the way over here then, and then just swing it down here. One there. Fits in there just barely. Perfect. Alright, cool. Mostly cool. Okay. So that'll power all that. We'll leave this backup generator in here until it's exhausted because it'll power the capture team in a pinch. We do have to put a path in here on the power generator. Great. It's awkwardly... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say awkwardly the path connections where the paths link up was right in front of there, which is bad and annoying. But it's fine now. And then once this is done building, we can turn everything back on. What do we got for people in this park? So these should be the DPG people. They look like dudes. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of DPG type guys for sure. Okay.
And review this latest objective.
Increase the number of dinosaurs in the park. New research. This is more. Let's do this. Incubate 2 Struthies. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, but that'll... Okay, we can't do that until we get the staff center.
You know what's better than dinosaurs? More dinosaurs. Or so they tell me. Well, let's incubate and release some more and see what happens. And if anything goes wrong, we never had this little talk.
So we get the staff center real quick. Power is in. No power being pulled off this. Capture team can be active. You can remain active now. Alright, so power dealt with. Let's go ahead and throw in a little ranger station in here. Tuck it back in the trees. And toss a ranger on it. Okay. So, we could do amenities. I think I'm gonna wait. Probably do amenities after we get Muddas in, I think. What am I doing? Staff center, staff center. Needs power, so putting it down there would be suboptimal. We can tuck it in here, next to the restroom. That seems fine. Okay, so that will rest the one person. We can go ahead and synth on you. You both get rested. Okay, we're going to cut while we wait for them to get rested. Scientists are rested. Let's go ahead and get this Struthi out to complete the contract. 4 viable eggs. I mean, do we want to do them all? Probably just do the 2. Let's double check the contract to make sure I'm not... Yeah, 2. Let's just do these 2, I guess. I don't know. Sure, it doesn't matter. It's really irrelevant. We'll do you. You're slightly faster. Then we get the contract right away. Okay, cool.
You've put your organization skills to excellent use dealing
Oh,
with that
shoot.
job.
But...
Reminds me of my ex. She used to constantly remind me to be more organized.
Oh, no, we unlock Mutta
Lesson
immediately.
stuck with me.
Okay, hold on.
She didn't.
Give me Muttaburrasaurus. Wait, what's the 3rd Australian species? Or is it just 2 dig sites for, like, Minmai? We'll worry about that when we come to it, I guess. Okay, great. We kept the person back to do that. Let's get that pulled in. And there are 2 viable skins for Australia. It depends how much you stretch the definition of mangrove forest, which is very generic compared to the other ones, which are very explicit regions. So we might do mangrove forest Muttaburras, maybe. It's going to depend what we bring in here on these fossils in a second. We got our first disease outbreak here, apparently. It spread pretty far, pretty quickly. So we probably should go do medical MVUs. We could just let all the Struthies die out, honestly. It wouldn't be the end of the world. But we need the medical team anyway. And it's going to take both of them. Yeah, we'll do it. We've got over $1 million now. I'm going to assume this is common cold, but I don't actually know. They do say they're healing, which is a lie. We just saw its HP tick down. I guess it's both healing and losing HP, maybe. Look at how fast that's spreading. To be fair, we have diseases turned up for difficulty, so I guess there's that. Alright, Paleo Medical Facility, give me one of them. You're under this tab. I know where you are. I'm gonna put you in like this. Obstructed by pylon. You damn pylon, you. Always obstructed by the pylon. Why? Why is that an issue? It's all the way over there. Oh, it's gonna be because the airlifting is gonna be a thing. Okay, well, we'll delete this temporarily. Everything is fine as long as we don't unpause. Let's put it in like this so that the vehicles are facing north on our map layout. We'll need a little bit more of you, a little bit more of you, and we need to reconnect the power before we unpause or everything will be bad forever and always. Literally just barely couldn't have it in where it was. I guess we could just awkwardly swing out a little bit. Oh, and you want to go out that way too. Well, fucking Jesus. That's really gross looking. Do that. Do that. Really? You're still obstructed? Why are you like this? Who hurt you? Medical facility. Just terrible. Alright, well there's all that. Okay, so that'll work. This is really weird with this power line looping around like that, but it's fine. Alright. Medical team. We're just going to straight up assign you here and assume that you can go take care of this on your own. How nice is it that you can do that? Just assign the team now to deal with a giant herd like this? Even like temporarily, so you just don't have to micro it. Yes, thank you, park rating, that's fine.
I'm Owen, a specialist in dinosaur behavior. I've formed a unique bond with the raptors. Now, don't be jealous.
Okay, employment drive. I have 5 scientists? 5? That was a trap. Fuck. Okay, well. That's awful. That was absolutely a trap. Now, there was a scientist I had my eye on. Are they still here? I don't think so. Nope. There's a welfare specialist, though. We should probably snatch him up. Yeah, actually, 213 and 10,000 per minute. Okay, so say we hire this guy. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and snatch him up. Because then we've got a trio of specialists. Now. If we hire 2 more scientists, 94,000. And the other one would be, it looks like 146. So 250K for 400K. So that's actually worth it. We can even keep this guy on staff to reduce research costs. Temporarily. So we hire you. We'll keep you around temporarily, but I think we will fire you. And then we grab the 146. Confirm. The contract completes. And then you are immediately fired. Okay, so there's that. We need fossils. That's the next thing. We need to figure out if we can do Mutabura with an Australian skin or not. 87%. You do that. You bring me more. Then is there... Yeah, so if we...
Claire once told me to pay attention to the details. I guess if you do,
Yeah.
the rest will sort itself
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So we
That's
see...
good advice,
Why
though.
don't I have the timers?
Look at your
Look at
next
that.
objective.
I can't get time information on these. That works. There we go. Now it works. Okay, 104 on fossils. So we'll check the
Here's a bit of
Mutabura
advice based
and
on
see
my
if we
early
can,
experience training
what skins we
raptors.
start with. Because there's
Stand between
the
them
Struthy
and what they
skins.
want. I'm getting the same vibes
Oh, and
from
shut the
you
fuck
with that last
up.
objective.
The Struthy skins here, some of these are actually locked behind research, and I don't know why we have them. Like, Amazon Rainforest is locked behind research, and so is Limpopo River. So I'm wondering if some skins are default by species and not by research. So maybe we'll have access to some Mutabura skins right away. Oh, no sources of tuberculosis. Oh, they just did it. Didn't even register that. Interesting. We never researched it. This is definitely bugged, then. I guess you just don't have to do disease research normally in this mode. We're still going to do this because it's cheating. Saves 30k. Yeah, we'll send him along too to save the 30k because we're just going to fire him. Instead of resting him, we're just basically going to use this guy, I think, for 5 research tasks and fire him. So go do that. Save us the 30k. Mud is ready. Death Valley, Champlain, Salar, Yukon, and Mangrove. We can do Mangrove, arguably, for Australia. Although... the other argument is that mangrove is not continent specific and therefore is its own thing, right? Could also use mangrove for Antarctica because Antarctica is not going to have its own skin. Every other continent does have a skin. So if we want to do not mangrove, we need Great Sandy Desert. Let me double check that. And make sure I didn't mix things up. Great Sandy Desert. No, that's, yes, Australia. So, Great Sandy Desert's locked behind drought tolerance, which is 9 genetics. Which we have in 3. Including the cheaper research person. Okay, so once they're done, we can do that. So I think that's the plan. We're going to try and get the Great Sandy Desert skin immediately. What is smashing? Are you smashing up my car, Struthies? What the shit? That's rude. Okay, so drought tolerance. That's got to be these 3. Saves us 60k again with this research man, which we actually needed for the genetic skill. So a good thing we didn't just straight fire him. So we'll get that done here real quick. That's going to take... Why does this keep bugging out? There we go, 140. And we can do fossils if the other guy has genetics available. Oh, look at all this money. Money, 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 money. We don't have enough genetics. Of course, because all the main genetics people are on the task. So we can't do that. We could do maybe an expedition in the meantime. What have we gotten access to here? Coelophysis, Dilo, Nasudo, Nodo. We can do some Struth. We'll do some Struth in the meantime. Probably, you know what? That was a waste of money. We're not going to put the Struthies in the park properly for quite a while. That was a mistake. If we're lucky, we'll get enough other fossils back to, like, cover the cost of that, though. So it might be okay. Yeah. What are these guys' lifespan, anyway? 60? It's actually not that bad. Again, with this timers being bugged. Okay, there's drought tolerance. And then we push for Great Sandy Desert right here. That is 4 genetics. We'll grab cheaper research and the welfare specialist for this one, and she can do fossils when this dig is back. So we'll send them. And then we should really consider what other research we want to use that guy for. Can't do dino creation yet. Oh, probably like Wuro is a good thing. Oh, we got Minmai. Oh, we'll do Minmai. Yeah, absolutely. That's our next big research project, for sure. Okay, so we'll get the Muttas, and then we'll go do the Minmai right away. Using the research guy on that. And I think we got one more job left for him after that, before he's exhausted. Yeah. But that's definitely... We definitely want to get stuff that we need, like, 9 genetics for. And there's our fossils. 40k, 110. I think that basically paid for it. So that wasn't that bad. Also does finish up the Struthy. That's fine. Can't complain. We'll have to rest you after this. I guess that's fine too. Well, this part worked out really well financially. Like, we're already doing pretty good for money. I guess just rushing out 2 batches of Struthies like that was pretty good too, apparently. Alright, Mutabura. I guess we better wait till the genome's fully sequenced to set them up, because it makes a difference for the modifiers you get, right? So we'll cut till that happens. I think the other research task we're going to do here is Wuro. So we'll do Wuro while the other person rests, and then we'll do Minmai after that. Well, after the synthing of the Mutabura, that is. For the Mutaburas, we only have 1 pattern, so I think we're just going to automatically pattern them with lethal baits and not do a 50-50 blank roll here. So yeah, Great Sandy, lethal baits. 4 available modifications, long-lived and sickly. Let's do 75, 25 maybe split. Is there any point? No, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do resilient, right? Full resilient for the first wave, and then when we have more skin patterns, we'll do long-lived for the second wave. These ones will die out quicker and get replaced. 6 genetics. Which means we have to wait, but that's fine. Our scientist will be back shortly. Monthly contract. Expedition, aviary, increase rating. Probably a trap. Expedition's good if it's just expeditions. Successfully complete. Okay, that's a pretty good contract. We're going to probably wait to do that. There's no time connected to it, so that's fine. So, we need 2 scientists to do the Muttas with the genome bonuses we gave them. We'll use the logistics specialist here and not these guys, because these guys are needed for the research job. So we'll do that. And then let's go ahead and get... Well, no. You'll be rested after we finish this synth. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so there's them. You get rested. Now, if we use the welfare specialist, they're going to have to rest. And then that'll delay us on doing the Minmai research. I think that's fine. Viable is 3. What is the population? Synthesis batch size, we don't know. Wait, does it not tell us the I thought it told us the population here. Well, these are fine. I want to check real quick the population on the database. Mutaburosaurus social group is 4. Awkward. Awkward. Okay, so what is the play? If we synth this now, you'll have to be rested, and we won't even be able to release these guys. So, since we only got 3 viable eggs, batch size is 4 and the social's 4? Why is it? That's obnoxious. That's really weird. Okay, well, we'll hold off on the muddas. Let's do the research first. Fire the scientists, get everybody rested, etc. I think that's the play. But then the muddas we're going to have to wait a second to do, which is fine. Alright. So that happens there, and then we're just going to wait. So we're going to be off screen for a while. So, my research is in. We go ahead, we fire you. Because you're bad. And I don't love you. You need to be rested to hatch those batches. So you, when you're back from resting, we can send the second batch or do an expedition, which would be the Minmai. There is a third one. What is the third Australian species? Huh. I totally forgot that there was a third. I have no idea what it is. Is it a aquatic or something maybe? Could be. Alright, you're back. That was the... Yeah, you. What we can do here, actually, to optimize this marginally... You know what? It doesn't matter. Let's go for the full bore muddas. I was going to say we could pull off a modification to just use the one person, but it's fine. We'll use the 2 of them. Because this is quick anyway. Yeah, like this is lightning fast. And then we can go do a Minmai dig really quick. I always want to say Minmi, but they say it's Minmai in the trailer or whatever for the DLC, didn't they? Or I've completely mixed it up in my head and I'm absolutely wrong on multiple accounts. Alright, there's our expedition. That'll complete our monthly contract. And then when the scientist is back, we can get these eggs hatching, and then so on and so forth. Alright, first batch of eggs is ready to go. Second batch is also 3. So we'll just hatch these ones afterwards. Defensive, resilient. That seems fine. It's an acceptable batch. So yeah, we'll just cut until the second batch is also hatched, and we'll release them all at once and end the episode. Okay, the Mudda burrows are ready to go. We're purging the Struthies, and we'll just go ahead and get these dudes out here. That's not an awful skin combination with the lethal baits there, since it's like primarily on the nose. That's not bad. Certainly they benefit from a pattern of some sort being applied, so it's good that we got something.
If it is possible for a
Alright, there's the first batch, and batch number 2.
dinosaur to be both elegant and awkward at the same time.
Let's get you guys out of here.
Takes the prize. This is a large herbivore that...
We'll interrupt the discourse here from Woo. Let's continue sedating Struthies and getting rid of them so that we can switch this exhibit over to what it's supposed to be and end the episode with a perfectly legal Australian-themed exhibit. So, Mollweide. You need ground fiber, you need more water, and you have more than enough forest. Obstructed. That's obnoxious. Okay, comes bacon here somewhere. Great, cool. Let's purge the forest back. Ground fiber, replacing the existing stuff up here.
should make for an excellent addition to our collection.
Alright, so they'll be pretty happy. I'm having a real hard time darting some of these Struths. Alright, Well, things are working there. We're getting them out. Okay, so our proper little park rating falling by 1%. Who cares? My dude, we're switching our dinos up. You need to be resupplied. Bam. Alright, so the park is basically good to go. Let's take a quick look at the fossils here and we'll end the episode. So,
I only have room for the
sound like
best
some
when
osmium.
it comes to my team.
oh,
The fact that you're still here
woo.
should tell you something.
Shush! I'm talking here. The other dig site is Chronosaurus, which is why I forgot about it, because it's, you know, DLC, recent stuff. And we've used Chrono like once, I think, so easy to miss it. Not going to be part of the Australian exhibit because the Chronosaurus would not live very well on land. So, Minmai is going to be not quite finished, it looks like. We'll grab you. We'll go do another dig for some more, which will be you. And are we at... Yeah, we're at half a star. So we should get our amenities in here too. We'll do that next episode. And then, how long until we can do the hatchery upgrades? 1.5. So that's going to have to wait. Okay, cool. All right. Well, until next episode then.